WWE Hall of Famer and a member of the renowned Anoa'i family, Rikishi, took to social media to convey a mysterious message in anticipation of Roman Reigns' appearance on SmackDown. The tribal chief made a notable comeback to WWE programming last week, engaging in a heated face-off with LA Knight. Additionally, Reigns had a silent encounter with Cody Rhodes, marking their first meeting since Raw following WrestleMania 39. In an unexpected twist, Jimmy Uso intervened on Raw this past Monday, leading to the loss of the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships for the American Nightmare and Jey Uso. This development followed Reigns' public statement that Cody and Jey holding the tag titles was a slight against their family's prestigious legacy. Although Rikishi has not explicitly shared his views on these recent events, it appears that he's eagerly anticipating Roman Reigns' appearance on Friday night. The Hall of Famer expressed this sentiment by posting the Bloodline's iconic emoji on Twitter. Roman Reigns' WWE comeback has been a roller coaster ride. The tribal chief made waves on the last edition of SmackDown, engaging in intense confrontations with several stars, including Cody Rhodes, whom he had defeated at WrestleMania 39. Notably, Reigns has ignited a new rivalry with LA Knight, who emerged victorious in the main event of last week's SmackDown by defeating Solo Sikoa. However, LA Knight's triumph was abruptly cut short as Reigns launched an attack on him following the match. With Crown Jewel just around the corner, it appears that the WWE is building towards a showdown between these two highly popular stars. Roman Reigns also found himself in a heated exchange with LA Knight at last Saturday's Super Show. Knight entered the fray to assist Sami Zayn, who had been assaulted by the Bloodline after his match against their leader. In a remarkable display of courage, the beloved babyface managed to single-handedly take on all three members of the Anoa'i family before exchanging words with the head of the table. In addition to their encounters with LA Knight and John Cena, the Bloodline has found themselves facing a few more formidable opponents. On Monday, Jimmy Uso's interference led to Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso losing their WWE Tag Team titles, and it's clear that they're not willing to let this slide without retaliation. Furthermore, AJ Styles also fell victim to Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa's attacks, so the Phenomenal One is undoubtedly seeking payback against the villainous faction. Adding to the mix, Karrion Kross was observed lurking in the shadows while Roman Reigns appeared on SmackDown. This intriguing development raises questions about whether Kross has set his sights on the undisputed WWE Universal title, adding another layer of complexity to the challenges facing the tribal chief. All in all, it's safe to say that Roman Reigns and the Bloodline are dealing with a slew of adversaries and complicated storylines. The situation is definitely heating up, and it will be interesting to see how it all unfolds. Rhea Ripley stood ringside, witnessing the Judgment Day's heartbreaking loss of their undisputed Tag Team Championship to Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes at WWE Fastlane 2023. Amidst the chaos, the Eradicator rushed to aid her stablemates, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Surprisingly, the presence of Dominic Mysterio, Ripley, and JD McDonagh only added to the confusion and turmoil. Ripley's emotions were evident as she watched the events unfold from the sidelines. However, she didn't confine her feelings to the arena. Instead, she took to Twitter to express her profound disappointment. As the leader of the Judgment Day, Ripley made it crystal clear that she was livid about the unexpected title change. Here's what she had to say. The reverberations of the Judgment Day's shocking defeat at WWE Fastlane sent shockwaves through the Raw roster, casting a shadow of uncertainty over the fate of this once dominant faction. Just a week prior, Rhea Ripley had openly voiced her discontentment when Dominic Mysterio lost his coveted championship gold. Little did she know that her own world would be further shattered at Fastlane, as Damian Priest and Finn Balor, the linchpins of the Judgment Day, relinquished their hard-earned tag team title. Ripley, who had recently returned from an injury that kept her out of action, found herself thrust into a tumultuous situation. The frustration she felt over Mysterio's loss was now compounded by the fresh disappointment of witnessing her closest allies fall short in the ring. The defeat highlighted a glaring vulnerability in the faction, especially in Ripley's absence. As the leader, her absence seemed to create a void that her stablemates struggled to fill, leaving them exposed to the ruthless tactics of their opponents. Damian Priest, in particular, faced heightened scrutiny. He was entrusted with the responsibility to steer the Judgment Day in Ripley's absence, yet he was unable to rally the team to victory. This failure intensified the pressure on Priest, jeopardizing not only his position within the faction but also his friendship with Ripley. The very foundation of the Judgment Day, built on trust and unity, now appeared shaky and fragile. However, the situation was further complicated by the roles played by Finn Balor and J.D. McDonough. Balor, a respected veteran in the wrestling world, found himself taking the decisive pinfall, a bitter pill to swallow for someone of his stature. Meanwhile, McDonough's ill-fated actions directly contributed to the defeat, leaving an indelible mark on the match's outcome. The aftermath of the loss saw Ripley torn between her frustration at their collective failure and her individual grievances with Balor and McDonough. It was a tangled web of emotions, each strand pulling the Judgment Day closer to the brink of disintegration. The question looming large now is whether the Judgment Day will survive this setback on Raw. WWE veteran Rikishi, despite his absence from WWE programming for several years, continues to maintain a strong online presence, engaging with fans on social media. His active involvement in discussions surrounding the Bloodline storyline, a prominent narrative in WWE, is evident as he frequently shares his thoughts and opinions via short messages on platforms like Twitter and Instagram. In a recent instance, WWE posted an archived video featuring Roman Reigns, showcasing his remarkable athleticism by executing a breathtaking over-the-top rope suicide dive, effectively taking out multiple opponents. Rikishi wasted no time in responding to this display of athleticism, expressing his admiration by sharing the video with the Bloodline emoticon, symbolizing his support for the ongoing storyline. The featured video was a throwback to Crown Jewel 2019, a memorable event where Roman Reigns played a pivotal role as a heroic figure. At the time, Reigns was a beloved babyface in the WWE. He was part of Team Hogan, which included Mustafa Ali, Chad Gable, Rusev, and Ricochet, and they faced off against Team Flair, led by Ric Flair, with King Corbin, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, and Shinsuke Nakamura as its formidable members. During the intense showdown, Reigns contributed significantly to his team's triumph. His defining moment came when he unleashed his signature move, the Spear, to take down Randy Orton, securing a crucial victory for Team Hogan. This nostalgic clip exemplified Reigns' enduring popularity and his ability to rally his team to success as a true hero of the WWE Universe. Roman Reigns' upcoming championship defense is scheduled for the highly anticipated Premium Live event in Saudi Arabia, where he will risk his title against LA Knight. The Tribal Chief, a dominant force in WWE, has been notably absent from televised matches since his victorious encounter with Jey Uso at SummerSlam. As the event at Crown Jewel approaches, Reigns is eager to assert his dominance and send a clear message. The official contract signing for the match is set to take place on tonight's episode of SmackDown, building anticipation for the championship clash. In addition to Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa from the Bloodline faction is also gearing up for a significant showdown at Crown Jewel. It will mark his first singles Premium Live event match. The Enforcer is set to go head-to-head with John Cena, a wrestling icon who has not secured a one-on-one victory on televised programming in over 2,000 days. This week, the Cenation leader will make his presence felt on the blue brand, creating an exciting buzz leading up to the event. What's your thought on the reaction of Rikishi to Roman Reigns taking out multiple WWE stars? Solo Sikoa had a forgettable Friday night when he found himself at the receiving end of a brutal takedown by John Cena on the latest WWE SmackDown. Reacting to the incident, the Enforcer took to social media with a mysterious message. During this week's episode of SmackDown, the Cenation leader stepped into the spotlight to discuss his ongoing relationship with the company. Cena openly acknowledged that he hasn't secured a victory in a singles match on televised programming for more than 2,000 days, leading him to contemplate retirement. However, his competitive spirit flared up, and he made it clear that he still believes in himself, concluding by announcing that the next opponent who faces him will have a tough time. In response to John Cena's challenge, Solo Sikoa stepped up, and the two wasted no time in clashing inside the ring. Jimmy Uso attempted to tip the scales in favor of his fellow Bloodline stablemate, but Jey Uso emerged to level the playing field. In the end, Cena executed an attitude adjustment on Solo to make a powerful statement. Despite Solo Sikoa's challenging night in the ring, he took to Instagram to share a cryptic message alongside a photo from his intense face-off with Cena. In recent weeks, John Cena has been aligned with the Bloodline in WWE. The Cenation leader joined forces with LA Knight to secure a victory over Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso at Fastlane. Nevertheless, the latest episode of SmackDown showcased that Solo Sikoa hasn't moved on from that defeat just yet. He made a surprise appearance to confront the 16-time world champion, even though the outcome of their encounter that evening didn't favor him. However, it's safe to anticipate that the Bloodline's enforcer will return with renewed determination in the future. It's highly probable that these two will resolve their conflicts inside the wrestling ring at Crown Jewel, WWE's imminent Premium Live event set to take place in Saudi Arabia. Additionally, Roman Reigns is scheduled to participate in the event, defending his undisputed WWE Universal Championship against LA Knight. Did you catch all the intense WWE SmackDown action with Solo Sikoa and John Cena, along with the unfolding drama of the Bloodline and their upcoming showdown at Crown Jewel? What are your predictions for their upcoming match? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so don't forget to leave your comments down below. And if you're as passionate about wrestling as we are, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with all things wrestling on Wrestling Matters. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next thrilling episode.